Happy holidays, everybody. My name is Justin and I love to watch movies, and if you guys do too, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel down below and hit that bell notification so you guys don't miss any videos, and comment down below with your favorite Christmas movies. Today we're going to talk about my favorite Christmas movies, movies that I like to watch every single year, movies that I've watched as a kid that I just continue watching as an adult, movies I've recently discovered when I was in college that I love watching too. There are going to be some movies that are really popular that are not going to be on this list, but we'll include them as honorable mentions at the end of this video. These are not the best Christmas movies ever, but these are my favorite and ones I love to watch every year. So starting this list off with number 10 is The Muppets Christmas Carol. This takes everything I love of The Muppets and pairs it nicely with everything I love about The Christmas Carol. It has all of the fun moments that you would expect from a Muppets movie with all of the redeeming qualities and heartwarming moments from A Christmas Carol. There's so many catchy tunes in this movie.
Gentlemen, let's close up for Christmas. There's magic in the air this evening, magic in the air.
And Michael Caine does a great job playing Ebenezer Scrooge. It's a film that definitely captures the tone of the Muppets and tells the story nicely with the Muppets integrated into The Christmas Carol. Coming at number 9 is Bad Santa. I watched this movie a couple times when it was released, and then I did not watch it at all for many years. And then it wasn't until Bad Santa 2 came out that I did watch Bad Santa again, and this movie is hilarious. It's very crude, very disgusting jokes, but I really do find this movie to be funny. Billy Bob Thornton is great in his role. This is not your typical Christmas tale. It is dirty, there's a lot of sex, and the jokes really do work in here. He has this really weird, sweet relationship with this young kid that he's staying at this house. And it does kind of have some typical Christmas moments where he starts to learn things about himself and how to appreciate the holidays. Those are fun moments, but when it comes down to it, this movie it's different from a typical Christmas movie. It's funny and I laugh a lot in this movie. Coming in at number 8 is 8 Crazy Nights. I did not plan for this to be at number 8, but that's where it is. And I know this is more of a Hanukkah movie more than a Christmas movie. I watched this movie constantly from grades 5 through 7. All the time I was watching 8 Crazy Nights. During those years, I was really into Adam Sandler movies. So I constantly watched this movie, and it's been a few years since I have seen this movie, but I really do find this movie to be charming, and it's really funny. The animation works, and Adam Sandler does a great job voicing all these different characters. Typical Adam Sandler, though, in his voice acting for this movie.
Smell you later, poopsicle.
Yes, there is a lot of potty humor and crude jokes, but I think that has some really catchy tunes in here, and it has a redeeming story at the end, which I do find to be very heartwarming, and I do laugh a lot in this movie. I do love Adam Sandler. Even though he's starred in some really bad movies throughout the years, I still managed to find 8 Crazy Nights to be a fun film. Coming at number 7 is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and I love the vacation movies. And it wasn't until I was in college till I discovered this movie, and I sat down and I watched it, and I was like, oh, that's okay. I watched it again a few days later, and I thought, this movie is hilarious. I've seen it in theaters a few times. Regal Cinemas does that where they bring back Christmas movies, and this movie is it's so funny, and the jokes are so well written. Chevy Chase is awesome in his role. It definitely has a warm Christmas feeling. Even though the Griswold's house is a little bit hectic, it still manages to have a warm atmosphere. The jokes are hilarious, and Clark has this just warm Christmas spirit that just flows throughout this movie. Coming at number 6 is It's a Wonderful Life. This is another movie that I didn't discover until college, and I appreciate this movie so much. It's so beautiful to look at. The directing is great. James Stewart is one of the best actors ever. It has a great redemption story. I love the tale. I love the atmosphere it's created. There's just so many things that I love about It's a Wonderful Life. But I can sit down and watch this movie from beginning to end and love everything about it. The dialogue, the acting, how sweet this movie is, and all the redemption towards the end of this movie. The backdrop for Christmas is a perfect setting for this movie. Coming at number 5 is Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 is a great sequel to the Home Alone movie, and it takes him in a different location. Now he's in New York trying to get back home to Chicago, as well as fight off Harry and Marv once again. I think the different location works in here. It doesn't get to do all of the bad things that Harry and Marv at the hotel. He has to find this other house that his relatives live at. But I still managed to find all of the jokes to be really funny. I find all of the moments where Harry and Marv getting hit by bricks and getting hurt inside this house still to be funny. I could sit down any time of the day, any mood I'm in, and sit down and watch Home Alone and Home Alone 2 and just laugh at every single time Harry and Marv are getting hit. It is like some of the funniest things I've ever seen. Macaulay Culkin, great job. He's a great child actor. Coming at number 4 is Elf. This is such a warm movie, and I recently just sat down and watched it again, and Will Ferrell is like so perfect in this role. It's definitely a really well created movie. I think the concept for this movie is really cool, about this really tall guy who's an elf and no one believes him. So I love the moments of where Will Ferrell is trying to make people believe that he is an elf and there is Santa Claus. So those moments are really fun, and seeing him trying to learn about New York and the way that humans live is also very fun as well, because he has like this childlike innocence with him, and some people are kind of like Grinchy almost, and him trying to bring out the Christmas spirit in them. It's heartwarming as well as funny. Coming at number 3 is Jingle All The Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger Christmas movie. It's just like a really fun Christmas movie, and the superhero in here, Turbo Man. I've always wanted a Turbo Man doll, never got one, and eventually I'll probably buy one for myself. But this movie also captures what the real Christmas season is about, being there with your family. And it's not all about materials, it's all about just coming together as a family. And I like him trying to go throughout the day trying to find this Turbo Man doll, and him teaming up with Sinbad at times. It's really funny. They work great. They have really great chemistry in this movie. The movie's just all around a total blast. Coming in at number 2 is How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the first Dr. Seuss movie ever to be made, and Jim Carrey is perfect in his role. I love the makeup, I love the setting, I love the atmosphere, I love the songs. Everything about this movie just really captures the Christmas spirit, and it has that great redeeming story of the Grinch, how he hates Christmas. At the end, he wants to be there for the Who's, and his heart grows, and he gets to carve the food at the end. I think that's really sweet, and it takes a lot of things from the story, the different rhymes, and brings it into the movie. Also adds the backstory for the Grinch. It works well in this movie. The jokes are funny. Everything of this movie just kind of mashes together to make a perfect holiday film. So honorable mentions before I get into my number 1 include
Hey, you! What's that? Oh, whoa, whoa!
Alright, it's time for my favorite Christmas movie, my favorite holiday film, and that has to go to Home Alone. Home Alone is a film that I've grown to appreciate throughout the years. Every single December, I watch this movie, and I always find something new I love about this movie. But there's one thing that always maintains throughout those years, is Harry and Marv and how they get hit and hurt by this young kid. It's some of the funniest things I've ever seen. I like that slapstick style humor. I could watch a compilation video of them getting hit and it'd be like my day. I would love it so much. But I love the story in here, and it's kind of emotional too at the end when he gets to see his family again, and he finds it he's really excited to be home alone, but as he learns more about it, it kind of gets sad, and you also want to see the mom get home too. So there's a lot of different elements that do work in here that make it a really sweet, emotional, fun film. And then you have Harry and Marv, who are some of the best cast ever. Who would have thought that these two actors would be in a family Christmas movie? It works so well. And those moments where they're getting hit, it's just the funniest things ever. And I just love Home Alone, the snow, the Christmas music, how John Hughes writes this movie. It's a great film. It's a film that I love to watch every single Christmas season. Thank you guys for checking out my top 10 Christmas movies. You guys can check out the video right over here. I just ranked all of the 6 DC movies. This is for Aquaman that was just released. And hit that subscribe button down below where you can find all of my other videos. You guys are the best as always. This is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy too.